What's up, guys? Crown Garage, back with another video. That was cringy, I'm sorry. Anyway, I don't know, I've just been trying to think about what I could do for a video for you guys before we get into the 12 days in a row for the Christmas time. So I was working in the garage last night, didn't film anything, but I just wanted to show something that I made that I'm pretty happy with, which, you know, sometimes, sorry, not sometimes, like the seasoning or whatever.
What?
Time. THYME. Oh, yeah. Anyway, just wanted to kind of, well, I'm a perfectionist when it comes to my car. Like, if anything looks not where I want it to be, or anything, you know, like I got AN lines that, you know, get scuffed up, or, you know, they have little patches or pieces of hanging out of the braided stuff over them. That bothers me a lot. And so basically, this is something that I am proud of that I made. Doesn't look amazing. I powder coated it in my powder coating gun. Still, even though I did the upgrades that you can buy, I did that video on it on eBay. It's a Harbor Freight gun. It's just still like throws out big clumps of powder, and that's fine. That's fine. My technique's also not great, and the way that I'm doing it isn't ideal. I mean, I'm not just hanging the stuff from the ceiling in some, you know, nice temperature controlled place, you know, where you can just willy-nilly do whatever you gotta do and got a good ground and everything. Like, no. If I try to ground to the tray that I have my stuff hung on with little pieces of metal wire, it won't stick. Like, this thing, you have to ground it directly to the piece, then it screws the powder up, whatever. So I just want to show this piece that I'm proud of, and even though it doesn't look great, you're never going to see it. And I'm trying to not let that kind of stuff bother me as much anymore, because you're never going to see it. Rocks are going to probably get thrown at it. If a drive shaft breaks, or, you know, or a U-joint breaks or something like that in the rear, which we did the Driveshaft series, and I want to shout out, I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your last name. I've never met him in person. He's the guy that did my hood exit, which, for anybody, if they think that the cut looks bad, it's because I did the cut. He did not do it. He probably would have done a lot better of a job. But it's good enough for me. The hood exit thing is temporary. I already had the hole in the hood. So I kind of wanted to try a hood exit. I know that it's going to make the car dirty and everything, but just kind of is what it is, you know? At this point, I just don't really care that much. So with that being said, I made a custom drive shaft loop, and I can't remember if I did a video. Actually, you know what? I did do a video on it. Welded it up, and I ended up getting a hold of Memphis and asking him if I could take it and use a welder at his work that was a MIG, not just a flux core, to actually get like good weld penetration, which worked very well. That thing on like a low setting was melting. I think this is like 1/8 inch thick steel plate, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, this piece, the welds look decent but not great, and the powder coat job looks horrendous. But it's something that I fabricated, and I guess I should just be proud of my work, because I'm not a professional fabricator, and it saves me money to buy everything and have leftover scrap pieces for this. I ended up spending like $60 on some round, like 1/4 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch thick tube that was pre-cut, and then just a piece of plate steel. And I'm going to make probably a center drive shaft loop too, which these cars have like a center brace from the factory, and this one doesn't have it. So I'm going to put it where that goes, ideally. And try to get another loop in there. But anyway, back to the guy, David Oskim. I think that's how you say it, Oskim. I'm sorry, I'm probably butchering it. It's probably not that hard to decipher how to say it. It's Oskim, but he's a local guy here. He did my exhaust, did a good job. I'm going to have him weld my intake air temp bung for my intercooler pipe. But he recommended that I do a 1310 Dana U-joint swap. Unfortunately, I didn't know about this before I went and did my whole drive shaft thing. It really doesn't matter though, because I think I only put like $30 into the U-joints for that drive shaft, and then obviously I bought the kit from Bobby at FIBA for the Lowbro. That's not getting changed, so there's no waste of money there. And I also found U-joints. They're called Precision 398s. They're non-greased U-joints. You can find them on eBay, like new old stock, but you can also buy them new from O'Reilly's still. But if you buy them new from O'Reilly, they're like $50 each. I got them on eBay for like $17 each. They're non-greasable, so they're stronger like the factory ones. So I'm going to take those GMB ones out and probably just keep them as extras if I ever need them for some reason. But I typically don't think you're breaking a front or a center. You're usually breaking the rear, because the rear is attached directly to the rear differential, which is, you know, gonna take the brunt of what you're throwing at the ground, especially if you got wheel hop or anything like that. So there's a yoke and the piece that attaches to the pinion, and you can have that rear section welded and rebalanced, and it's pretty slick because, well, you can get all this stuff on eBay, and it's pretty legit. So you can put a Dana 1310 U-joint in there, and you definitely are not probably going to break that, especially if you're making like 400 or 500 horsepower. But these U-joints, these GMB ones, I was kind of wary of them all along. Some people said they're good. Some people said, don't buy grease pulls. And I just did it anyway because I couldn't really find another solution. Well, if you go in DSM Tuners forums, if you're a DSM person, you can find a thread for pretty much everything. So that's what I did. So I bought the yoke. I'm going to pull the drive shaft back apart, unfortunately. And I'm going to take it somewhere, a local drive shaft shop, have them weld the yoke on, rebalance that rear section, and then we'll have an upgrade, do a video on it. So that'll be like a part 3 to the drive shaft series. But anyway, I'm going to show you this drive shaft loop. Judge all you want. I'm probably not going to care because, again, it's just one of those things. I'm new to the whole powder coating thing for the most part. I've only ever done a few things, and trying to get your stuff tuned in. Like, I have a little oven that my dad got me for Christmas one year, which is really nice. It's like a Jegs little powder coating oven, and it's got like the cool like rotary dials on it and stuff, and it works really good, like no issues. So that works good. It's just the powder coating gun itself, it likes to kind of drown itself out. And I have a regulator and water separator thing on it and everything. But it like drowns itself out of air pressure even if you turn it up after a while. And then it like barely shoots anything out. And then if you shake the gun up, it'll just go and shoot a bunch out. So I don't know. Again, it is what it is. I don't need critiquing out any criticism. It works good. It's just the first coat that I did, I screwed it up really bad, and then I got the thing tuned in after, and so I reaped the consequences of that. And I'm not scraping powder coat off because it is very tough, but here you go. So as you can kind of see, this is where it all gathered in big clumps. And yeah, I welded a little cagey thing on there. Again, I'm no fabricator. It looks pretty like but it's not bad. The where it is the worst is inside this half right here. It clumped up really bad. But I did a little bit of metal flake clear over it, and it gave it a pretty nice little metal flake look to it. You can kind of see it. Got some nice ink coated hardware, and personally, I am pretty proud of it. This whole thing, it's sturdy. The welds are definitely not gonna break anywhere because this thing is ridiculous. But yeah, so I just wanted to show this to you guys. And the next time I see you is December 7th today. The next time I see you will be the 12th. So you're gonna have to wait, not a week, but almost a week. So we'll get some shots of this thing, and then we out. Real quick before this video is over, the non-ABS proportioning valve I got from the junkyard that was really rusty and terrible looking that I spent like 2 days cleaning up because it was just kind of gross. Well, guess what? I painted it, and it looks like an OEM one. Watch this. Look at that. Thing's freaking brand new, boy. Look at that. Now that is mint. Goodbye.
In audio.